Welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today I am excited to share with you my review on the My Lady Dior ABC, and this bag has been in my collection now for about a year, so I thought it would be great timing to share my thoughts, what fits and how I use this bag. So if you're interested in this video, please keep watching. Consider subscribing and hitting the bell if you'd like to be notified of when I upload. At the moment, I'm uploading on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. Okay, to get started, I thought I'd take you through how I store this bag. So I store the bag in the dust bag. Most of my bags I don't store in dust bags, but because this one is black, and I'll show you soon, it's prone to show dust and I can really see dust sitting on it, and also because it's lambskin, it's a little bit more delicate, and in terms of cleaning I really want to minimize what I use to clean the bag with, so I usually only use a microfiber or a soft cloth. So I keep it in the dust bag like this. And then inside the bag is how it was packaged when I purchased it. So there's a little Dior bow which holds the handles together. That's my puppy. There's a little Dior bow that holds the handles together, and the reason for that is when the handles aren't held together, if I undo this, you'll see that this is how they will sit. You can see that you can get an indentation on this handle from the hardware here, and also this one sits a bit funny, and I've seen on some YouTube videos that people have had some damage to their bag as a result of not storing them with the handles up. That does make it tricky to find a spot to keep this bag because obviously it's quite tall with the handles up, so I don't store it with my other bags. I also store it with this little pouch or sock on the hardware, so I can just pull that off. The reason for that is I think the hardware, because it's got quite a large surface area, is prone to getting tarnished, and so just keeping that little dust bag on the hardware reduces the opportunity for any tarnishing to occur from dust and moisture and those sorts of things. This is my Lady ABC, My Lady Dior, in the small size, in the black lamb with champagne gold hardware. This bag, as I said, I purchased about this time last year, and I haven't worn it as much as I'd like, but I'll get into that shortly. So when I purchased this bag retailed for $5,200, which is a lot of money for this little bag. I mean, the craftsmanship is impeccable. If I can find them, I'll leave some links above for some videos that Dior promoted on their Instagram page about how each of these bags are made. They're absolutely beautiful. In terms of the history of this bag, Princess Diana, or Lady Di, carried this bag quite a bit, and that's how it got its name. I was always a fan of Princess Di when I was younger, and definitely remember where I was when we heard about the tragic accident. So it's actually really nice to have a Lady Dior in my collection. So let's have a look inside of the bag. The small bags and some of the seasonal bags from Dior come with the flap opening. Others have the zipper opening, and the flap is much more user-friendly than the zipper because once you've got the flap open, as you can see, you can access the entire bag, whereas with the zip it's quite tricky to get inside of the bag and put your things inside and outside of the bag. So inside of the bag here I have my strap. God, the traffic's noisy today. I have my strap. So the strap for the My Lady ABC is a thick strap in smooth lamb. It has the beautiful hardware embossed with the CD for Christian Dior in the champagne gold, and you also get 3 champagne gold pins included in your purchase. These pins, I just checked the receipt, are valued at $90 each, You don't pay, well, you probably do pay, but on your receipt those prices are cancelled out. But if you wanted to purchase more pins or have the opportunity to alternate the pins that you wear from time to time on your bag, then you would have to pay $90 per pin. So you can see there that I've picked the star. Christian Dior was renowned for being quite superstitious, and the star was one of the good luck charms. I picked the initial D. Luckily my name's Dale, so I can say the D's for Dale, or if I chose to sell this bag, then the D would suit for Dior, and the B, which is another one of his lucky charms. So I thought each of those were quite, they were the pick of the bunch for me in terms of how they related to me and my taste, but also something that's a little bit more transferable to new owners in the case that I don't want the bag anymore. And the final thing inside of the bag, you can see that beautiful red lining in the bag, is a little Mitzah container. So when you buy a My Lady Dior, you will most likely be talked into purchasing one of these. And a Mitzah is Dior's name for the little thin scarf. I think Hermes call it a twilly, Louis Vuitton call it a bandeau, and it's a thin scarf that you can wear a multitude of ways: in your hair, around your neck, and on your bags. Some people use them as a bag strap as well. So the one that I chose has that star pattern and the bees running through it, with a little bit of pink and black and gold, which I thought complemented the bag quite nicely. So I will show you what it looks like with the Mitzah tied around the handle of the handbag. So back to the inside of the handbag, you can see it's got a beautiful red interior, and that is the, not sure if I can show it to you, but the striped pattern on there is the canage pattern, which is the same as the outside of the bag, but it's inside, and there is one zip pocket on the inside of the bag, and that's it in terms of organisation for the bag. On the bottom of the bag, our favourite friend, 4 feet. You can see there I've got a couple of scratches on the bottom of the bag. Really handy given that this is a lambskin bag, and despite that I still have some scratches on this bag. Let's talk about some of the pros of this bag so far. So firstly, the flap opening, as I mentioned before, you just slide your hand in and pull the flap open, and you can see and access all of the contents of the bag quite easily. It's a great size if you're a minimalist and you only carry a few bits and pieces around, and it's quite versatile in terms of how you can wear it with some complications. You can wear it handheld, you can wear it on your shoulder, and you can wear it crossbody, but not with the strap that it comes with, at least not if you're, you know, of average height. It sits very short as a crossbody, but we'll get to that later. This bag can also quite easily go from day to night. It's beautiful as a hand carry for an evening bag because of the size. It's not too dinky, but it's not as large as the medium, which is a little bit too large for evening in my view. Well, for a cocktail event or something of that nature. All right, some of the cons for this bag. The first one is, even though the flap is a pro in terms of accessing, there is no way that you can use this bag without getting scratches on the flap. Now mine looks alright on the inside, but I would say on the top there you can see that there's a couple of little marks, and that's from jewellery and pulling bits and pieces out over the flap. So this bag will get wear and tear, it's inevitable. Another con for this bag is the strap that it comes with. So the strap is quite wide, which means that it's inclined to slip off of your shoulder. It's not a really comfortable strap to wear on your shoulder, which is a shame because that's the best way to see the personalization and the pins that you have on. The price of this bag, I would say, is a con at $5,200 at this time last year. I don't have a current price, but I can put one in the comments below if I find it. Dior don't sell online in Australia, so I might be a bit limited in terms of being able to find a price there. But that's a lot of money for a bag that, you know, is pretty delicate. So it's not something that you would wear every day, and you certainly have to be mindful of the weather and where you're going and where you set it down to make sure that you minimize damage. And the last con, this lambskin, although it is really quite durable compared to some of the Chanel lambskins, it is prone to damage, and you can see some of those slight marks on the bottom there. Because the feet are pointy, they don't have a flat base, the bag can topple over, and that's how mine has received some of its scratches, and they're really only in those smooth bits. There's no scratches on the canage, so just on the handles. I think so on the inside of the handles you might be able to see there's a little scratch there. The feet are great, but they're not particularly sturdy unless it's set down on a chair or on a table, which is another risk in and of itself. So I've attached the strap that comes with the bag so that you can see how that sits. So you attach it diagonally from the front to the back, and you can see there how it shows off the lovely pins and also the Dior charm at the front as well. And what I'd like to do now is show you the alternatives that I have purchased to make this bag more wearable. The first strap that I purchased from Dior was the canvas guitar strap in the black and linen colour. So one side has this larger band which is similar to the book tote, and then on the other side you've got the Christian Dior Paris. This one has like an aged gold hardware. It doesn't really matter because when you pair this with the Lady Dior, it's a striking contrast, and so it doesn't really matter that the hardware doesn't match exactly, and I'll show you what that looks like now. So here's the bag with the guitar strap attached. So I'd still wear it top handle. I thought I would be able to wear this on my shoulder, but again, because of how thick it is, it really does slip off. So I usually wear it handheld and just have the guitar strap hanging like that, and it really makes the bag a lot more edgy, which I like the option of dressing it down, particularly for day, and also something a bit different at night. If you're on a night out or for dinner, it really changes the look of this bag. The next strap that I purchased for this bag to make it more wearable, I did not purchase from Dior. I did a bit of research with Dior in terms of trying on different Lady Dior bags, and discovered that the medium Lady Dior bag actually has a longer strap and it doesn't have the pins, which I also liked that option. I asked my sales associate if I would be able to purchase a strap for the medium Lady Dior from Dior to pair with my black lambskin small Lady Dior. That was not an answer that she could actually give me. She had to touch base with Paris, and it took a couple of weeks to get an answer. Can you believe it? And unfortunately their answer was that they would not allow me to purchase that strap because I don't own that bag, because purchasing that strap and wearing it with this bag would fundamentally change the design of this bag. So fair enough, I suppose. I put out a call for help on some of the Facebook sites for a strap, but nobody responded. And then I just put the bag away and didn't use it for quite a while. I must have seen a YouTube video and I thought, I really want to use my bag again. And so I started Googling aftermarket straps from third parties. I think Autumn Beckman has purchased a few aftermarket straps for her Louis Vuitton bags, and so I decided to have a bit of a look around, and I found a company called Mauto.com. I'll put the name on the screen, but effectively they offer similar sorts of straps to those that Dior offer, and I decided to take the plunge and purchase one because I really wanted the option. So the one that I got is in black smooth leather. It's got some pebbling, so it doesn't exactly match the bag, but it's a lovely soft supple leather with the gold hardware. Unfortunately, they don't have the champagne gold hardware, or they didn't when I purchased this strap earlier this year. And these lovely pieces of hardware that attach. So they're a little bit bigger than I thought they would be, but they do swivel, which is really important. The Fendi Peekaboo straps do not swivel, and it makes adjusting the bag on your body once you put it on really tricky because the strap can get twisted. So a swivel strap is really important. I think this one cost about $70. I paid for it in US dollars, and obviously it would have been cheaper in US dollars, but because of the Aussie dollar, it worked out to be about $70. So I'll put that on and show you what that looks like. Okay, so I've attached the Aftermarket strap. You can see there it's not too much of a contrast in the metals. They actually look quite lovely together, especially in this bright sunny day that we have here today. This strap has a drop of around 55 centimeters each side, so I think it's about a meter 20 in length, and it's fully adjustable with this sliding adjustment, and it's really comfortable to wear. So I'll show you what it looks like in the mod shots that I do a little bit later on. Okay, let's take a look at what fits in the bag. I've had some queries about whether or not a continental wallet will fit. This is my Lady Dior continental size wallet. Let's see. Okay, it does fit, but it doesn't leave much room for anything else. And if you did want to access that, it would be quite tricky to get in and out. So let's have a look at a smaller wallet. So this is my Louis Vuitton Joey wallet from a few years back in ivory epi leather. So that one fits. Let's see, I'll put in my Chanel O pouch, and in the Chanel O pouch I've got a little bag hook to hang my bag up. I've also got a Laura Mercier lip gloss in the colour Opal, and I wear that on top of this YSL matte stain, which is called number 7. You can see there, so that's a really lovely stain. So I wear those two together. So we'll pop that one in. You can see there the bag is actually looking quite full. I've got my Fendi key pouch, which I'm actually using as a wallet at the moment. So I've got a bunch of cards in there and some notes. And I'll turn those spikes away from the Chanel pouch. And then let's try for the Louis Vuitton 6 key holder. We'll see how that fits in alongside of the wallet. Okay, so that's everything inside. Like, that is packed pretty much full. There's not much else that can fit, and I can tell you now it weighs quite a bit as well. I'm going to try and curl the flap over. So you can see there the flap will curl over and protect everything there, and the bag is packed full. However, I wouldn't usually take this much. I certainly sized down a little bit. You can see I haven't packed my car key. Obviously I could slide that down the side. Let's have a look at what I would usually pack. All right, just quickly, I'll try the mini pochette in terms of how much room that takes up. So you can see there that does leave quite a little bit of room. We can try the Fendi pouch, the 6 key holder. Let's see if we can fit the O pouch in. No, and look, we wouldn't need to take this anyway because we've got the pochette. I also have my Louis Vuitton Venice Christmas edition of the Queen pouch, so I can slide that in as well. My AirPods and my car fob. So all of those fit in quite nicely. So it does pack quite a punch. Now let's take those out. And finally, I'll show you what I would actually put in this bag. So I would put in the Chanel O pouch and my keys. I would use my Fendi wallet, my car fob, and obviously this is keyless, so I don't need to get it out, and my AirPods. That's all I would carry. I wouldn't bother with the Queen pouch because my little Fendi pouch would be able to fit coins in there if I did happen to get any coins back. But that actually is a much more comfy fit, and you can see here that there's a little bit more capacity in there to fit a pair of sunglasses on top as well. Okay, let's have a look at some mod shots with each of the different straps. So that's my review of the My Lady ABC Dior in the size small in the black lambskin with champagne gold hardware. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll leave a couple of other videos here for you to have a look at, and if you have any requests of bags that you'd like me to do more in-depth reviews on, please let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing by hitting the red button and hitting the bell notification so that you know when I'll upload my next video. So I look forward to seeing you then.